Welcome back to another monthly favourites. This one has been extremely busy and really quiet because we actually didn't get a chance to go to the cinema really much at all. Oh, I have to get Psycho 2! Yeah, as I was saying, it was extremely quiet because we didn't get to go to the cinema that much, but I have a few things that I think yous are going to like, so yeah. The first thing is a comic book, and it's Catwoman When in Rome by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. It runs parallel to Batman's Long Halloween, and it basically follows Catwoman going to Rome, and she's trying to track down who she thinks to be her father, Carmine Falcone. Yeah. Her sidekick in the comic is the Riddler, and you also have Cheetah that comes in it, and you have flashbacks with Batman every so often, and it's a great read, so check it out, and I'll show you a picture right now. There's a bit of Batman. There's Two-Face.
Can't see.
Oh, sorry. And there she is in her costume. But yeah, you should definitely give this a read if you're interested. I know I am. The second thing that I've been reading is Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, and it's basically behind the scenes of the actual movie, and it goes through everything. You can see props being built, you can see storyboards. He even talks about how he kind of came up with the idea for the actual movie, and it's it's great. You can see the giant frog being built, which is really, really, really cool. How many Rudies can I add in?
2 more.
And some storyboards. You can see them kind of putting the actor into the suit, and it's great. I mean, the work that went behind this movie is incredible. Just looking at it from a filmmaker standpoint is actually amazing, that the work that they did for such a small budget as well. So, yeah. Here's some more storyboards. On to the records. I've been listening to Lana Del Rey's Honeymoon, and I said that name arseways, and I'm sorry. I've been listening to this album for like 2 years, but recently we've been getting like an abundance of more records, and just kind of, not that I got thrown to the side, I wouldn't do that to any records, but I just kind of wasn't listening to as much. This album is probably one of my favourite albums of all time, and the presentation of this is absolutely gorgeous, so I have a picture of it. Oh. And then you get the back. She has a very like bluesy voice throughout the whole album, and beachy. God Knows I Tried is probably one of the most beautiful songs that was ever written and performed in this entire world. The Blackest Day as well is a great song. Check it out. A Blu-ray. I only, as I said with the cinema, we haven't really gotten to see much, and I didn't really get to watch much either. We watched Psycho 2 from, is it from Arrow? It's Arrow Video. And I just love that cover so much. I was shocked when I watched this movie because I had heard that the Psycho sequels aren't meant to be great, and I didn't know there was 4 of them, but this one is a hidden gem in cinema, I think. Like, no one ever talks about this, ever. If anyone asks me what one of my favourite sequels of all time is, I think I would mention this one, because it is really scary in parts, but it's also really funny, and Anthony Perkins is just the perfect Norman Bates. Norman's been released from the asylum 22 years later, and he goes back to the motel, and he finds that it's been run by this really sleazy guy who's kind of turned it into like one of those motels that like prostitutes work in.
With all their women. With
all their women and sex. Definitely check this out if you're a fan of Psycho, because it is a brilliant sequel. I haven't seen the other 2 yet, but I heard it meant to be great, but I'm going to watch them anyway, because I love Psycho. Right, moving on to products I've been loving. I'm cheap. I'm poor. And when I saw that Aveeno moisturisers were on special, I was like, I gotta pick them up and give them a go. And I've been using these like, I've been using it like every single night after I take my makeup off, and my skin's been extremely bad because I'm coming up to my time of the month. Using this on underneath a spot treatment, it kind of like reduced them a little bit and doesn't make them feel as raised as they normally were before I started using it. But yeah, it's the Skin Relief with shea butter, and I actually smell like oatmeal. So that's what I smell like. I like it. A makeup product that I've been loving is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo. And I'm not really mad into cream contour. I think because I'm so pale, it can kind of make me look, it just doesn't look natural, but the shade is taupe and it's the exact same shade as a blush that I use to contour. But it actually works really, really well, and once you blend it, it is quite natural, so you can hopefully see. Because my skin has been acting so bad, I've been trying to use or find products that kind of help me cover them up when I'm wearing makeup, and these have been fantastic, so check it out. Next thing, I've only had a day, but I just knew I had to show it because Patrick bought me the most beautiful coat in all the land. This beautiful black denim jacket with like fur lining, faux fur. Oh, it's so soft. I love jackets, but one of my favourite jackets of all time are denim jackets because they look so cool. I just love them, but I wanted a thick denim jacket for the winter, and when I saw this from Penny's, I was like, why not? So now whenever anyone asks me where my jacket's from, I'll be like, oh, thanks, it's Penny's. Few things that we've been watching over the past month. We have been obsessed with Bates Motel. I started watching it because I had just watched Psycho 2, so I had like this big Psycho buzz with Norman Bates, and I just had to see it. We are on season 3 at the moment, and it is probably the best show that I have ever seen, because like the stuff that happens in it are just so crazy, but I'm so invested in it. And Vera Farmiga is one of the best actresses of all time. I think she is amazing, and Freddie Highmore is a great Norman Bates as well, and I just love it. It's pretty much a prequel slash a remake of the original Psycho, but it's set in modern times. A couple of cinema releases that we went to see. We actually didn't go see anything in the cinema for weeks. I don't know why, I think we were just really busy. The other night we went to see Terminator 2 3D. Terminator 2 Judgment Day 3D. I forgot how much I loved that movie. The 3D effects, I was really, really surprised to see how well the remaster of this movie was, because as people know if they were subscribed long enough, in my Mad Bitches, The Machine's Gone Mental, I mentioned T-1000, and there's a certain scene, I'm probably going to play it over me speaking, but basically Sarah Connor shoots the T-1000 in the head, and when he moves around the camera, like, it just looked brilliant on the cinema screen. And the 3D effects, I think James Cameron is like one of the best people ever to do 3D movies, because I mean, looking at Avatar, I think this looks even better than Avatar. The second movie that we got to see, which was only yesterday, we got to see Detroit by Catherine Bigelow. I really liked it. I thought Catherine Bigelow did an amazing job of telling the story of what happened in the motel, the Algiers motel. It's so tense throughout the whole movie, and Will Poulter is so perfectly cast in this movie. He's really, really scary. Yeah, it's just a really, really gritty telling of the riots that happened back in '67. The opening was, I think it's one of my favourite openings that I've seen this year, because the opening shows a historical overview of the racial tension that leads up to the point that we are at in the movie, and it was just beautiful. I absolutely loved it, and yeah. Thanks so much for watching my monthly favourites. I really hope you liked it, and just let me know what's been your favourite. Check out some of Patrick's stuff, because he has some really, really great stuff up on the channel. But sure, what would he know? And what would I know? He even talks about how he kind of came up with the idea for the actual movie, and it's